One of the things that we need to be able to do in Chapter 2 is to determine the standard deviation of a distribution that's displayed in a pie chart similar to this one. Now, to determine the standard deviation, you first need to find the mean. And if you need help finding the mean, just message me and I can make a video about that. But in this case, we determined that the mean, rounded to 2 decimal places, is equal to 39.40. So then our formula for standard deviation is given here in the bottom lower part of this screen. And so what we have to do is determine how different every value of x is from the mean of all of our x's. We have to square that difference, multiply that difference by the frequency, add all those up, and then divide by 1 fewer than the number of observations that we have. So to get this started here, what I have to do is I have to take the first value of x, which is the middle of the first group or bin, and that is 2. And I have to subtract my mean, which is 39.40. So 2 minus 39.40 then needs to be squared. And if you look at Help Me Solve This, you see that they recommend you round these values to 3 digits after the decimal point. So for this first value, we're going to get 1,398.76. If I do the same thing for my second value of x, 9.5 minus my mean of 39.40, get an answer and square that answer, I get 894.01. Exactly. I did not need to round to 3 digits after the decimal point. If I take the middle of my next class or bin, I get 17 minus my mean of 39.40, get an answer, and square that answer, I get 501.76. And so on for all other classes or bins. So then, according to the formula, I have to take all of those squared deviations or squared differences and multiply them by the frequency. So basically, I have to take the 1,398.8 and multiply by the 17.7 to get 24,758.052. Now these are, I'm running out of room, so I'll put these down here. These are the ones, that they want you to round to 3 digits after the decimal point. So 24,758.052. I have to do that for every single value in my table. So I have to take the next squared deviation of 894.01 and multiply by its frequency of 40.3, and I get 36,028.603. And so on for all other values in my table. Now, if I have a graphing calculator, I can do this a little bit more efficiently, but if I don't, it still can be done by hand. So now I'm going to do that for every single class, and then according to the formula, I need to take all of those squared deviations multiplied by their frequencies and add them up. So if I add up those squared deviations multiplied by their frequencies, not just the 2 that I showed, but all of them, I get a sum of 153,464.948. So then finally, in calculating, not finally, second to finally, I need to divide by 1 fewer than the total number of frequencies. Well, my frequencies, again, were the 17.7, the 40.3, and so on. So I need to find the sum, which I already found the sum of those when I found the mean. And I get a sum equal to 315.8. So I'm going to need to divide by 1 fewer than that, which would be 314.8. Now, finally, I need to take the square root of that answer. And that will give me the standard deviation. And that comes out to be about 22.08. So standard deviation measures average spread away from the mean. So in this distribution displayed in this pie chart, the mean is about 39.40, and on the average, each group or class or bin is spread out from that mean by about 22.08. Let me know if you have further questions.